we get our first series of day 2 in stage 2 underway.
Yeah, looking forward to getting our teeth into this one for sure. I think there's real potential for it to go the distance. Oh, Ben dive cancelled. Yeah, Jacob. Maybe we can see one more and he'll have a better scoreline than yesterday on that Dust 2. We'll keep reminding him.
Oh.
Still in proceedings, still in the conversation. Julies of Brokey is kind of the big thing here, though, as he found a double in all that mess. Get themselves down below, bolster up the B-bomb site, but paiN unable to break in. Couldn't get the player down vent, couldn't get through ramp in the end. So they have to completely approach this round, and, well, Mr. Twist is ready for them. Takes one, takes a headshot. Does he want to stick around and fight here? NQZ going to be known about now, so surely has to go down. Flash comes in, he finds one on the fadeaway, definitely round the corner, it felt like.
Look at this round that's progressing now, though, right? Just under a minute on the clock. You've got Jacob, who's 1 foot in the grave, and Carrigan, who's in what potentially could be a one-and-done angle. And he also, they might just break the timing here. NQZ, there's a crossfire that's looming, but it's all whether he can win that fight on Carrigan. Thankfully seen off, but that could have very easily fallen apart very quickly.
It does get a little freaky. Nice Molotov there.
Yeah.
That's intentional to stop the bounce of that smoke. And as you see, it leaves a gap. So an adjustment now from paiN.
Great flash as well. He swung off the back of that. Could have been really naughty, but biggest error. Swing and a find. Looks for a second. Oh, biggest error, ripping some heads. Jacob going to get caught into his heaven in a matter of moments. It's a 2 versus 5 turn 4. One caught outside as NQZ will go, and so will Snow. Bombs planted. There might potentially be legs behind it, but it's a question now for FaZe. Do you even want to give this top site retake a look in? Carrigan's pretty low. It's not an easy site to be sent into either. Well,
yeah,
I think that should answer our question quite nicely. What a round from Biggest Era, though. The opening double are absolutely fantastic, and then they just seal the deal, frozen or save. Yeah, you can absolutely count them out.
Yeah,
now.
They've just not had any games like that. They've not really looked that good since the major, really.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Had that kind of fairy to run. And I think I saw a really good point. I can't remember off the top of my head who brought it up. It was on a podcast somewhere, and someone brought up the point that with it, like, you know, if this team started doing well and there was a decent team around him, like Twist would come back into his own.
Yeah. But I think he's also happy just, you know, having a bit of fun or whatever. Yeah. But at a certain point, it's got to not be fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think the trade-off of FaZe is that, like, okay, you might have a tournament where you just bomb out last, but then the next tournament, you're going to make this crazy run, beat the best team in the world in, like, a 3-map legendary game, you know?
Yeah.
So you kind of get it back. They've just not had that again, as we say. Bomb goes down on B here. There's some quick and easy trades flying in.
Quite seamlessly taking map control.
Yeah, just able to keep it simple, I think. Twists in a pretty good spot here, but he will get his head ripped off. Not quite got that confidence to hold the angle. Trader's there for one. Will it be in for another? The answer is yes. Jacob doing very well, moving in between angles, recovering the position back. So all of a sudden, there's only 3 that remain. They're not ready for Frozen at all, and he mows them all down. paiN, finally, the simple style, the peaking style
to work with for the pack of those 3. That's a nice round. That's one that you can really try and work on. Pariah and Biggest Era. They combine well to give them space towards A. And Molotov in towards mid. He hits Carrigan, no less. So Biggest Era knows he's here. And A that comes in towards Heaven will really deal damage on towards 2. I think already, FaZe, you're calling for a save. A quick A pop and an easy take.
Sometimes losing a round in that fashion, as paiN did before, is like a blessing in disguise. You know, it's going to wake you up. It's going to alert you to the fact that you need to change things. And they, again, because they've not gone that deep, because it has been quite simple to start the game off, they have plenty of options available, right? What do they want to do here? And they go for the opposite end of the aggression spectrum, as it were. Flying straight in, trying to make that work. And it looks pretty damn good. Carrigan, forward man, again, just sort of distracting away, catching an exit, but losing his gun. So they need to pull off a pretty good showing here, if not a win, to be honest with you. And you don't want to be going down 0-2 so quickly, especially if you are FaZe. The expectations are high, man, but Pariah Jr., after the timeout, on a mission of his own to find that first kill.
Yeah, paiN, constant pressure by him. He's really started well into this game. His 8th kill now, leading the way for paiN. One of the new boys with VSM, and really good in doing so. Twist, he's pushed aggro outside. There's an AWP at range keeping pressure on. How much can Twist get away with from here? Are they going to clear him properly? They clear him, but Snow just can't win the fight. The biggest error will trade well. That keeps the numbers in favor of paiN. Now, where is Brokey and the AWP? He's got the right read, but staying outside like that for Brokey is such a risk. So he knows he has to tuck himself back in towards A site.
Advanced position here from Carrigan could be beneficial in the moments to come. Brokey going to smoke out.
Ooh.
Squeaky Frozen also crunching here. They have missed them, however, they get the important kill. And now the T-side have to turn around and deal with this. It's an absolute mess over here, in theory. Carrigan, though, traded out. Could be a big deal. The AWP's gone down. Frozen finds himself in 1 versus 2. You don't necessarily fancy his chances from here. They're going to make lots of noise. They're going to recover that bomb back. He takes the head of the first.
15.
It's some great movement here from Frozen. Got to get this frag. It's the only way in, and VSM is denied.
A couple more, just a little bit more online, and FaZe can start to compete in the tail end of this half, in towards the second. You get Brokey hitting a couple more. Twist a bit more online, and kind of a chance here.
I think they just need to be really careful that they do not want to be, you know...
Team
yikes,
nade.
man.
Team nade. Twist was tagged, so he's in main. He's trying to fall back to credit card, but Brokey's trying to break the smoke, so he team nades him, and Carrigan... He might have 1 for 3 here, but he's actually probably going to get checked. Oh my god, he actually just falls away, but surely Snow goes hunting now.
That would have been a team nade anyway. Like, even if he wasn't tagged, you're going to do, like, damage to him?
Yeah. He really wanted to break the smoke to shoot the cross. Oh my god, Carrigan's got to be dead right, surely. And maybe same for Jacob as well. Down goes Jacob to paiN. Is Carrigan and Snow, have they just waltzed around each other? They have.
They must have done somehow, yeah. Like, he's dropped out the vent just as he went around the corner, potentially.
Ring around the roses.
That is crazy. Frozen, meanwhile, trying to contact in. He gets taken down on a no-scope. Carrigan does get a catch in from behind. They'll be questioning that, I'm sure. 20 seconds could get a bit freaky out here. They know the location of these two players, so should be able to break in towards the A bomb site. It's taken them quite a lot of time to get over here. Carrigan somehow does not go down. He will move a bit too quick for Brokey to trade him, though. They tried to maybe deny that bomb plant. Doesn't work out. What can Brokey find here? Spots the player at the back vent, but cannot get the AWP up fast enough. It's 7 now for paiN.
paiN, who have guaranteed a lead at the turn of the half as we head into the final round of the first. And 7 already. You're pretty happy with this. Any more would be fantastic. Brokey should have got that 1 for 3, but he actually misses opportunity, and paiN again will open things up. He continues to shine, playing through single door. And he continues to punish FaZe on these sloppy mistakes that they're making.
Curious to see what paiN go for. Actually got a lot of players outside, which has not been all that common for them. Looking to get some more smokes down here. Carrigan, meanwhile, he's been on this move a lot, bro. I think they're going to be ready for it this time. Just trying to find a slightly different timing. He's going to go for the peak by the looks of it, though. We'll see how it pays out for him. They seem aware, though. Nade comes in. He still looks set. Oh, they just can't quite catch the player. They try and crunch in. It's not worked out. FaZe with a few individual moments here to give them some rounds, give them a lifeline ultimately. But as a team, they've not looked as good. VSM to close out proceedings and 8 rounds on your T side.
FaZe just couldn't find ways to shut him down. He now finds himself tagged in garage.
Yeah, taking some damage early on, but certainly left to his own devices. He looked pretty damn effective. Oh, and there you go.
So confident.
They leave him by himself outside, and he's able to do the same sort of thing. Clean stuff. He will slowly look to join the team. I'm sure Molotov over the top here. Bursting out into the Julies, though. Snow, only 1. You love to see those Julies get multi-frag moments, because Zera is the player that lets us down as well, as he gets no kills. So 3 versus 3 and a bomb plant now coming in. Raya Jr.'s a little low. It's so awkward to retake this top site at the best of times. VSM moving in from behind quite fast. Quite fast, but they are ready for a flank. Looking good here. Julie's getting involved. Oh, it's down to the one-on-one, and unfortunately just cannot correct up. Twist's angle will work.
Flick to the right like this. Up and to the right as well. Surely you should never win this engagement, but let's see. It's kind of patience. One of you's got to
No one's moving, yeah.
Come on, lads. One of you's got to make a move. Here we go. And now it is. Twist will win it as expected. And now we can take secret control.
Yeah, just keep the CT side confused, if nothing else. Maybe having to move resources downstairs. Looks like they're not moving loads. So they're letting him get away with it and just feeling confident to bolster the upstairs side of things. And they kind of would be correct here. So we'll see. Oh, if they can hold bigesera melting, and he's flashed as well there. Loses one of the players to support him. It's the scout at the back end of Silo that looks a little freaky here. Clean headshot, NQZ. Surely not has done enough. Surely not. He's going to have to go crazy from here. There is no additional help, and indeed, he's like, come on.
He'd got the damage off, but he'd not been able to see him into the grave. Not a bad effort on the force buy, but a 2-round game, most likely going to be a 1-round game in just a second. Flash in. It's a beauty of a flash as well, but it'll work against them.
Oh,
paiN for a double D because he looks for 3. Oh, paiN, lightning force with a hand cannon, and he's put FaZe into an early grave here in this round. It was a non-investment and a nothing brought to the table, and Twist left with it all to do in a 1 versus 3, and he fluffs his lines. VSM sees it off, but paiN, that is brilliant.
Slamming them, absolutely slamming them into the canvas. Unbelievable clotheslines.
This third shot is so quick as well. Perfect.
Very good stead. If they win this, I think Matt is right around the corner for them. And in a pretty one-sided fashion as well, so they can feel confident moving into a Dust 2 that I think they're not going to be fully afraid of, honestly.
Yeah, especially all they have to do is look at the demo yesterday. What did G2 do well? Will do the same. That shot by NQZ again. Towards outside, he's having an absolute whale of a time. He just keeps isolating duels as down goes Jacob, and he's, having a poor map for him. 6 and 15 for Jacob. Continues to be an underperformance. He had a struggled day yesterday. 1 and 15, I think it was, on that D2, and we'll see. Frozen. Nice find. He'll drop the informed paiN, and he also catches Snow. Oh, he nearly had the third. The crosshair was in the right spot, but bigesera crouches underneath it. 3v3.
Yeah.
They've actually kind of got a bit of time to make a decision where they want to go, too.
Yeah, there's a lot to work with it. There's a lot, but the problem I think that they have on the FaZe side of things is they lack some decent info, like some fresh info.
Yeah.
They're going to have to try and get together, be confident in their call.
Top site is the play, right? That's where they've got a chance. It's bigesera, who's also tagged a little bit. And considering the time, they do have to go here.
Weird angle from bigesera as well, so we'll see what he can do with it. Flash comes round, here's them running in, able to take the first. Did he spot the second? Not quite sure. He's now looking to play the time is the big thing here. Oh, man. Garrigan just flies by, ignores him, jumps around the corner, gets the bomb plant. Able to reset the game here on top of each other at the back end of Silo as well. Is the play that they've gone for, spreading wide. And it's a FaZe clan round if ever you've seen it. Oh, my goodness. How do they get away with that?
Yeah, they have no right to. No right to win that one, FaZe, but they do.
A ramp. VSM. On the other side of it, does he have anyone nearby to support? The answer is no.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty scary.
Kind of got to go huge here. I think he will, though. He needs 2. If he goes 2 for 1, it's fine. 1 for 1 actually might not be enough. Let's see, flashes round. There's the first. He can't get the second. It's actually a really effective trade by FaZe. Sure, numbers don't favor them, but the fact that they can now, as a 3, move in towards this lower site is good.
No.
Oh, great
man,
swing.
Does not deliver at all. NQZ going to be here with the AWP. He also misses the shot and will go down. They just keep this relentless aggression going. Twist not letting go of W the whole time. Crazy moves as the FaZe clan seemingly... And then it forces an eco out from FaZe. And then they're right back on the guns, as soon as they possibly can be. and they've looked good from there on in.
Well,
fast
speak of
towards
the
A.
devil.
We'll see. Yeah, paiN Jr. does finally get a kill back, but it's not going to be the multi-frag moment that he had last time. Can anybody else step up to the plate here? Lovely smoke. paiN with an aggressive swing in. VSM goes down to the fire. Who's shot him up? Nobody knows. It's 1 versus 2 all of a sudden for NQZ, and he has gone unspotted. Frozen walks into the bullets on low HP. One dink could have ruined his day, but not going to be the case. FaZe will see it off just about.
Yeah, that was nearly a fumble at the end there by just walking in towards what he was spraying. It's this double molly that comes through. 2 of them dying in it. A 1-round lead for FaZe. What a recovery from him as well. Looks so lackluster in the first half. Especially after that pariah round. I thought it was all but sealed here. Anything but. We're back into a buy, and this is basically to keep paiN alive here. Twists. He'll overlook the close angle, so nice work from paiN.
Yeah, changing things up a bit, getting aggressive outside.
And from VSM.
On that secondary AWP.
Yeah. First time we've seen it.
Needed a big change, I suppose, and, you know, some more forward-facing, not afraid to take the fights. That being said, FaZe have also picked up the pace in the previous and into this round. Moving very fast, getting ahead of Smokes, just trying to force the first fight. Feeling like they need to change things as we get to the tail end of regulation. Question mark. Could be an overtime on this one. VSM.
Good molly.
Back end of the silo. He'll get Molotov'd out himself, though, and Brokey peeks perfectly. Didn't even see him come round that corner. It's gorgeous. Are there any more on the cards here? There's a player down below on the control stairs. The molly goes behind him. Snow has a chance here to get something done. It's difficult for the first. For the numbers, it doesn't matter. Just going to look good. paiN nearly melting again to fire. Snow keeps the kills coming. It's all going to be on Brokey. Opens up single, trying to bait them in. There's another AWP to deal with, though. That might be difficult at this kind of range, but he just does not know where they're coming from. paiN takes him down. They'll spam away. There's not much more that they can really do, but they come back up. And NQZ has free reign to take some peeks. He only goes in for one, not going to bite off more than he can chew in his opinion. He has his eyes on heaven, so he's reading this situation really, really well right now.
He's
25
so
seconds.
Got to be going A. They have to. They have to commit. They're going to dive in, but pariah is going to go for lobby control at an apt time as NQZ repositions. pariah will support, and it should be all she wrote. VSM from in behind. What a response of a round. It starts with NQZ. It is closed by VSM.
Outside here, Smoke's coming in. He wants a fight. He wants this peak. Spamming away, he was close. He's about half a second too late on that. Meanwhile, with all this noise going down, where is Twist? He's worked his way into the warehouse real fast.
They don't know.
They do not. He takes the first. Maybe could have gone for some more, confusing the situation. They know there's another player around Mini. He's going to check his angles cleanly. And that's why Twist has got the AK, so that he can take the heads. Call it the Canadian version 2.0. Super clean here and might just have given them enough to get into the OT.
They know that Snow's angle's a possibility as well, and Twist's like a shark smells blood in the water, but he'll lose his head.
Oh, and Carrigan had a nade out.
I know.
Surely was there to trade him.
Snow's he's stuck is the issue. Brokey's going to see him off. He knows that he can't escape from here, but it's pariah again. He stepped up before, but not here. Frozen comes in late from single, and it's all on NQZ. We're going OT here. We said it a little bit earlier that maybe we're cursed for it, and potentially this game reeks of it, and it does. NQZ, the last man, that's all that's left, and, well, he's spotted out, so nothing to come forward from this. He'll have a late look, but this is all but done. Overtime required here in our first map of the day. Nothing but long series for me and you, Scriv.
Yeah. I mean, you said it. You know, it smells of overtime. At one point, I would have said not, you know. FaZe on a pretty strong streak, and then seems like they just fully lost their energy.
Wielding the secondary AWP here. Funny enough, it's not NQZ. It's VSM and paiN wielding the AWPs, and NQZ, who's been so good with the AWP as well, is on a rifle. I'm assuming this is a kind of spawn base, but as we get this late portion towards the round, NQZ, there's no way he's going to be able to get himself an AWP, because he's kind of just got to try and get something from this.
way.
How about 2? No, it's only 1 because of the plan. It's a team flash as well that catches NQZ, by the way. So that'll make his life a little awkward. paiN's surely dead to rights. There's just too many bodies. And bigazera, we don't see him on the AWP ball too much, but how's he going to deal with it? Well, they're diving down Ven.
It's overtime. They're pulling out the scared strats. Things they did not go for in regulation to try and catch their team off guard, or their opponents off guard, I should say. And this is, again, something that FaZe will do. We might see that outside fast commit down secret, because they love saving a couple strats for the OT. Got a few players in this team that just love these crazy close games. bigazera, with a quick scope, however, make things a bit more interesting, taking matters into his own hands. Twist is left. Snow's going to be watching for him. Here's him now as well, but the bomb's just going to get defused. He's not close enough to the action. paiN somehow coming out on top of that one.
They should be getting at least 2 out of the 3 rounds on this CT side. We'll see. Both teams put up 8-4 halves on the T side. karrigan is blood lost. Where was he looking? Nade in hand. It's an easy one for NQZ.
It's a great break, though. The breaks usually come in like from the side on Nuke, right? A little closer for a completely different angle, so just not expecting it. NQZ holding very strong over here. They're flashing in, trying to take him down. He will be unblinded, though. Yeah, and it's too easy.
Jacob's got to go quicker.
He's got to go, man. He's lacking some confidence against that AWP, really. And maybe lacking, you know, the confidence of the flashers and everything. And again, it just speaks to the dissonance in the FaZe clan right now. Really coming to a head with a moment like that. All the same, 5 versus 3 should be paiN's 14th here.
Frozen and Brokey both have actually had pretty decent maps, in all fairness. Frozen in particular has kind of bailed FaZe out of a couple of rounds, 2 of which he got 3 pieces in, but surely impossible here. We'll see. Brokey for the first. Nice final for bigazera. We'll try and give them space down towards lower. And as Frozen finds paiN, this will open the door a little bit. Bomb planted a 2 versus 3. Brokey somehow given the luxury of getting out. And he's also spotted him in towards this close left. VSM playing a dangerous game, but it's all on the shoulders of Brokey. Now needs a quad clutch in this 1 versus 3. Already with the first. He knows the shoulders peeking out. Flash ineffective. He finds 1, but a quick trade on contact. paiN, they allow him to set up, but they know they can just overwhelm him with numbers on an AWP.
Not necessarily the case. Maybe you're AWPer. That's about as far as it goes. But if you win in rounds, if you win that first round, you're sorted. So, yeah, could be a flawless first half of this OT for paiN if they continue playing like this.
You're right. Ooh, nice nade. Really nice nade. karrigan taking a lot of damage, and from the heavens, paiN for 2. He continues to be a stalwart defense here for this A site. He was tempted by the dive down as well, you could tell, but NQZ gets a freebie outside. Twist overlooks the angle, and NQZ just punished them in that previous round from. And once again, it's Brokey and Frozen in a 2vx situation, this time a 2v4.
Just not good enough, though, the utility to get into A there. Just really not good enough. Nobody blinded up. It's going to be Frozen all alone here to try and clutch up a crazy highlight moment on the cards, but he gets overwhelmed, hits the shots that he can, but you can only shoot at 1 person at a time in theory. Tease, but I think they still just have to go A. They don't really have any time to do anything else in the same vein. They've got 2 players outside.
That's it.
I guess they're looking to crunch Mini. It's questionable, to say the least. Yeah, there's really not a lot of time. Molotov not quite good enough. Jacob, unfortunately, the M4 making the difference. Can Brokey from the back end of the site, who goes overlooked. He misses a key shot, though, but there's just enough carnage and chaos going on. It's wild. What is happening, says everybody involved. The CT's hitting their shots and just in slightly better positions, and that, for me, comes down to a lack of time.
It's who? Again, with burning a lot of the time here, but karrigan, bold choice to try and take aim duels at range, and he'll lose his life. The AK, nice shot from him. NQZ gonna find one with the AWP. This is looking a lot more likely, maybe the beginning of the end here. The curtain being drawn on this nuke as paiN are on track for the 16th. They're 5 versus 3 now, but all 3 are towards this top side.
Oh, man.
VSM, do you clear Mustang at a time like this? 20 seconds, paiN. Again, he hasn't cleared it. So Overlooked, frozen for 2. Biggest Era ounces one back, but Jacob's going to get one. So will Twist. A 1 versus 1. It's all on the IGL. Biggest Era looking for Twist. He's going to find him. That is a nerve-wracking round there, but paiN win it nonetheless. And they close out their map pick of Nuke. And despite FaZe's woes on it yesterday, they think the woes of paiN will be worse. So let's see if that is the case. A T-side start for them, and looking tempted to maybe dive out and towards mid here. Snow will be tested. He spots a couple, and he'll just tuck his head away.
As will FaZe. Flash coming in towards short, but they're very ready. Jacob, while blind, takes it. There was 4 players around that corner just so set up for it. Some good nade damage to try and follow up, but we'll see. Headshot's going to have to land. Great flash once again. BSM here, trying to make a cross in, trying to take a couple of names before they get in towards the site. Does come close. He takes that easy player in Carrigan, but the rest of them not looking good. Big flick from Snow. Runs out of ammo. Can't get another. He had a decent chance, honestly. If he had a couple more bullets, he might have found one more. All going to be on to paiN Jr. Charging in from long. Takes that goosh initially and is quietly finished off by Brokey. FaZe to take the pistol.
Yeah, nice pistol for them. I think they get a little bit fortunate in a few instances that...
At least smokes out from both sides. Or FaZe looking to push through this one. I don't know how we feel about that. Molotov in front of it as well. Just going to slow them down. Big Uzera... He sniffs this. He really does feel like this is going to happen. Just not quite got the timing on it, unfortunately. The spam, though, is still pretty good. No creating 1.5 as a break-in. He was just caught reloading. Not ideal. Meanwhile, the tunnel player might be the key player of the round as he deletes that B defender. And it will be another FaZe round. The touch-and-go style looking pretty good here.
Yeah, unfortunately, that break on the smoke is so costly. If you wait half a second...
So they can be very detrimental if you're not careful. Double up setup here. Snow actually making the AWP work, apparently, on the paiN side of things.
Good shot. Second molly thrown in towards short as well to slow Carrigan down as well. So needs to be a little careful. Here's the trigger finger, really. Let's see. Smoke down. Oh, he doesn't even take a hopeful pop shot through. He's going to let them through. This could work against them, but a boost up here will cost Jacob his life. Nice from Snow. Looks for a second. On the right-hand side, he'll deliver, and there's potentially more on offer. He just misses his chance against Brokey, but Pariah's there to clean up the round as finally close, but not connect. Snow will tuck himself in towards lower. Ollie, tickle the toes. He wants to get in front of the flash here, but it's biggest error for 2, and he's up the bomb. And he's got NQZ in support.
Spamming away at long, trying to get a trade out over here. Oh, reload. Twist! Seen reloading the shadow, of course, going to be spotted. He takes a lot of damage through the door, and there's just nothing he can do about that. VSM with perfect timing to abuse Twists. paiN may well be back into this game then, it would seem. Jacob. Anyone left? Got a bomb to recover and a couple kills to find. Clean onto the first. Second for the round. The player that will be a problem is paiN Jr.
It's going to be planted. Ollie in towards CT. He is actually kind of exposed here, though. This is an issue. Swing on that corner, it would have done a lot, but the nade will still deal a lot of damage to him. 1 versus 2 for Jacob. He's got a farm on this, a molly at his toes, which he smokes out, but he'll still tick a lot. And in doing so, forces him in the open. He's spammed by Pariah. They recover the round, but they should never have needed to recover the round.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely a weird game state that they put themselves in. Small jump spots here. Tiny bits of info being gathered. It's the lower tunnels approach for FaZe. Oh, wow. Man. Perfectly timed nade. The damage is insane, but just really, really well timed. Now, the rest of the squad should be able to get in. Frozen keen with 1 deagle shot. Can they get any more here? Snow on his AWP. Looks to be overwhelmed. He gets the USP. Oh, no! The 2 for 1. What? Oh, my God. Never in my life. Never in my life would I have expected him to get that. 2 versus 2 now and just pure panic. He's out of there, able to get this bomb down on B. Frozen holding the lurking positions. There's a player wrapped all the way around into T-spawn, into the upper tunnels. He's going to meet Frozen here. Frozen, though, has no idea. Will go down. It's all left on to Brokey.
Surely not. Surely not.
Highlight of the century, this, if he can make it work. Oh, doesn't happen. He gets a bullet off.
tag.
He does get a bullet off, but not going to work.
You
What a
still
shot.
see the flashes of the FaZe magic, don't you?
Damn crazy. I'm just, you know, reeling from that. Little sad that it didn't work out for them. What a round and highlight that would have been, man. Incredible, but just not capitalized on. Still, bit of shakiness maybe for paiN. They've got to now move into the next round. Big Uzera.
Great move.
It's not the flashiest like Brokey's in the previous, but it's a nice, clean two-piece that he's able to walk away from.
Well, I love that from Big Uzera. I can't believe he goes alone in that endeavor. Like, he just swings out in towards short, gets one, and then gets one in towards lower as well. Just add insult to injury. Like, it's so risky, but it works brilliantly. And it's kind of Big Uzera in a nutshell. They're going to double pump in towards short. That is a stunner of a HE as well. And the spam through the smoke as Big Uzera finds his third. He's on for the ace here, and he might just get it. No, VSM will get one of his own to break up the quad kill from Captain Fantastic. Sort of a mid to B split, but it's actually a complete mid play. You're smoked off CT, and now you're about to put a lot of pressure on towards paiN and VSM. And the first test they passed with flying colors. Jacob will delete VSM, and it's labored here. It's really messy. How is he not dead? He pulls out the pistol. What in God's name happened? How did Jacob not trade him? Well, paiN gets 3, and it gives them a chance. A short bomb goes down, but numbers favor paiN.
Tapping that crouch, moving around, the bobbing and weaving style that we are seeing dominate CS2 at the moment could make all the difference here. Utility comes in, and, well, Twist is actually just dead to it. Couldn't get away in time. Brokey then left to clutch things up under the window. First will fly in, draws his crosshair enough that he's unable to reset for the next. paiN will just about see it off, but that is all paiN Jr., man. Yeah. Really well held. You know, his teammate doesn't find anything. He looked absolutely dead to rights.
You lose this gun round, you know, bit of trouble. There's residual cash for Carrigan and Jacob, but aside from that, it becomes kind of thin. So this is interesting. Bold move by NQZ, and he dives down off the back of it too. No regard to any top mid presence, because they're going to bolster up B. This could be dicey, but it could be a bloodbath. In they come. It's a double stack here, and they've seen one window. Will they clear the second? Surely not. Snow, for a second, he's on for the third. He hasn't reloaded, and Snow does so well. And his Twist, they have it all to do in a 1 versus 2.
Yeah, that's really well done in from the car. It looked very, very, very awkward for a moment. They missed the window to catch them completely off guard, but still about 50% off guard for sure. Yet somehow paiN have the man advantage here.
No flashes, no smokes. 2 kits, and then 1 HE.
This has given them the space, though.
Yeah.
Time left on this bomb now. It's really going to become a problem. Nade in towards car. Spray down doesn't quite land. He's confident to stand strong. That peak is advantage. Again, just the adjustments a little bit to the online play.
If they do the standard pot flash through this, VSM should be dead to rights. However, he's holding quite an aggressive angle. And potentially, you know, generally when you swing and clear this close corner, he's now moving into it. Jacob's going to find Snow on the rotate. But here's VSM. Gets 2 for it. It's an ult round the corner. VSM single-handedly has given them a chance. Brokey will catch him on the cross as he tries to retreat. But re-aggression in towards mid from paiN. And he just clips him out of the sky. Duck hunting from him, leaving it all on the shoulders of Brokey. He needs a quad clutch in this round. Misses his chance, and with 35 seconds, it's a retreat. Does have the bomb on his back, but this is not an easy choice. He has to hope and just fly in towards B.
Relatively doable for the paiN boys. Brokey gives the door half a look. He's pretty set on tunnels. Is he going to hear any footsteps here? I don't think so. They're moving in pretty contact heavy, so maybe going to get the drop on him, but as that bomb starts ticking down, they have no idea where he's at. Has he been heard? One on the bomb, cannot land the shot, and will get taken down. It's close on the defuse. It's awfully close, but they will get it over the line. I mean, one shot onto that player on the bomb really could have made the difference there, but not going to be the case here.
Crossing's a little perilous. paiN will make his way over nonetheless. Oh, full blind, Big Uzera. Carrigan, that's brazen, bold, maybe a little bit stupid. It'll be costly.
It's hard to watch, is what it is.
2 and 11 for him. 3 and 9 for Twists. 3 and 8 for Frozen. Brokey and Jacob are the ones at the top end of the scoreboard, but it's not a good look. This Dust 2 is still not short up at all.
Flash in for Snow. Really, really great retake of space there with the smoke and the flash on the back of it. And suddenly Snow is able to defend middle, so yeah, love that. Break comes in, Big Uzera catches Twist being cheeky. Snow's still here. I think his position is just so strong, they're not going to expect him at all. In for one, not quite the second. The 20 HP remaining is not enough to get anything going. paiN looking good. Took them some time to get going.
You know, open the door back in towards a Mirage, and they just get steamrolled. 8 on the bounce for the Brazilians, and they look for more. Let's see. Carrigan caught in the open. A swing by 4 out of the 5. It's VSM who seals the deal with the kill. A smoke for the cross. They just wait for it to plume, and now they can make their way over. Flash, avoid, and they're diving through paiN. That is so bold, and he'll get 2 before he falls. Surely job done, as all on the shoulders of Brokey, and there's nothing he can do. paiN, a lovely move as the rest of the team barrel on towards the A side. He slips the net in towards spawn. 28 seconds, they don't have a lot of time. They've got to go.
Frozen's right here as well. Turns away from the flash. Oh, it's a second. He's blinded up. He does a lot of damage, gathers some information, but Jacob, going to be left out to dry here. USP singing. Has he done enough? Man advantage and damage onto NQZ, you would say, potentially yes. Very close to getting this bomb down as well, and actually going to be denied. Not sure I'm a huge fan. I think you look at what they've got, potentially could have gone down the middle here and just keep things stable. They've opted to go for instability and kind of a hard round to follow as well, as they'll come out quite dry on short. Twist looking to have a shooting gallery presented to him. He's good for 1. Carrigan's behind him though. I mean, surely they're able to hold here. Interesting little smokes from both sides just to really give as much cover as possible. They will get the bomb down, planted for sure.
So much damage, right? Look how low paiN are. paiN, 1 foot in the grave. Snow and NQZ aren't exactly healthy, but let's see. Nice move by NQZ. That's aggressive, but with the cover of the smoke on the front end of sight, he'll get 1. That idea is he's kind of trained, but he tunnel visions in the wrong way. He's exposed it in the open. So kills come back in. Twist, Frozen, Jacob all entering. It's all on the youngster. Snow needs a 1 versus 2, and he can't find it. Frozen, the vet.
Wake the dragon, as it were. Takes a lot of effort at the moment, it feels, to maybe wake the FaZe dragon, but it's still there a little. Couldn't quite get it over the line on Nuke. You'd assume, surely, if they get the opportunity again, they'd be able to do it. NQZ, trained in, gifted. Flash comes round, Snow not blind at all. Tag comes in, and the finish is there as well. FaZe try and take Maz into their own hands, and it goes south really, really quickly. Frozen is still here to try and defend this B-bomb site. He's being peppered by nades and bullets right now. Meanwhile, Twist.
Little smooch.
Hello. This is where you need that zoom in on the mini-map.
Best friends.
Are you right in the corner?
Best friends.
Oh
my God, he's going to get out.
And now he's going to be like, wait a minute, there's a bit more room. All of a sudden,
he's going to win that.
Room.
No way. VSM wins it.
Crazy, bro. Might be able to get away with it. NQZ is here so patiently, not moving out of this corner at all. Will eventually give it a look. There you go. His patience pays off. So just Mr. Frozen against the world, and they are on the hunt. If you look at your mini-map here, folks, they're after him. He's going to have to go pretty crazy here. I think he should be dead eventually. It's a question of how many he takes with him. It's only 1. So 11-7. They crack pretty early into the comeback attempt.
Sandbags.
I think there's definitely food.
No, yeah, it's like grain, isn't it?
50 kg, that's crazy.
That's my dumbbells. Bicep curl.
They don't go that high. I know you're lying.
What do you mean? I got custom.
That's fine. The bottom end of the totem pole falls. Brokey will manage to get the trade out, though, so the number's going to stay even. I still, even though we zoomed in, I still don't know what's in those bags.
I think it's grain.
But it's a bit big.
It's like wheat.
You know, yeah, but it's like not quite been ground down. I don't know.
Someone's got to translate what the Arabic's saying.
Yeah, true. Very true.
End of the round.
Mailbag, maybe?
Yeah. Or end of the round.
In there.
Observers show it, and I'll get my Google Translate like
AI thing.
Yeah, picture up thing to look.
And that's just not going to work.
We're heading towards 8. Having a look. Frozen's got a really good timing on this flank. he could have at least one, maybe two dead to right. That's the bomb at the tail end of the pack as well that falls. They've now got to refight towards short to get control on this, and Brokey's got other ideas. He continues to have a fantastic map. His 16th kill as him and Jacob lead the charge. And I'll speak of the devil, it's Jacob who gets it. Brilliant, brilliant work.
For a later round burst, bigguzera trying to catch a timing with that flash, I feel, thinking that something was coming his way. Not the case. They'll all join up towards long here, and it has indeed paid off. Karrigan lackadaisical with the shoulder peek, the eye peek to try and see if there's anything coming his way. So looking pretty good here, as the man advantage is short-lived. They're not going to show any signs of slowing down, however. And Frozen, a huge line of defense put up by him, gets the USP out, and he finds 3 in that long defense.
They're just too keen to fight their paiN.
paiN, it feels like not much of a game. They have like rounds, but the overarching T side doesn't necessarily have an identity.
Yeah, and they're so reliant on individuals getting a couple of kills, right? Going kind of like 2 for 1 in their trades, which is not really something you can rely on. They're going for a mid to B split, and this could still be dangerous. Keep your eyes trained on this. Yes, it's pistols, but NQZ's found the first. No way. Frozen, you have to go nuclear here, and he can't. NQZ's going to get both with a Glock, by the way, as the B site falls barren to paiN's hands. Bomb planted, post-plant set up, and a couple of guns scooped up on the hardest site to retake. Uh-oh.
You have to go here if you're FaZe, I think.
Yeah.
You have to give it a good try. The game hinges on a moment like this.
No.
Molly comes in, it's not quite good enough. NQZ keeps them coming.
On for the ace.
The armorless Glock ace potentially on the cards here. Brokey sticking around. There's kits that have been dropped. He's looking for a late move. He will be spotted, finds the first, but not quite the second. NQZ, hero for paiN, giving them the 12th, and yes, sir.
That's how I feel about that round.
Yes, sir, straight down the barrel. What are you going to say about that, FaZe?
Oh, that's how I feel about it too, VSM. A armorless Glock has ended the round with an ace. NQZ, brilliant from him. A diving over shot as well, but he just continues isolating the duels.
To him.
Yeah.
Of the structure.
Yeah, we want the push and pull and the bait out the util, bait out the positions, but let's see. This mid to A area is really, really dangerous.
Heard the AWP goes in. It's a double swing, in fact. It's Twist to find the first. VSM trying to stay alive. NQZ's AWP will take down Twist as they really were waiting for a moment to crunch in a signal to come.
Look at this.
Meanwhile, the bomb never wanted to be part of this mid to short play. It is going to be a very simple plant out on the B-bomb site, and you feel like this kind of has to be it. Unless they can take some of the lurking, quote-unquote, presence as stragglers, really. Yeah. NQZ manages to make it out of there, so we're into an even 3 versus 3. No kit available for this T side. 1 flash. And, of course, the dream to try and break in. NQZ looking to break the hearts. Karrigan will find 2. It's down to the one-on-one. Brokey, can he get the frag? Yes! Oh, my goodness. Is there enough time for him to get to the bomb? It's awfully close. I think he has got it, though. It's going to be close here. It's going to be very, very close. They're a little unsure. He's fidgeting around. He's just about able to finish that circle. Oh, my goodness. Bursting up short. Getting some control over here. Are they going to try and pick up the pace a bit more? No. They're ultimately going for something very similar to what they've had the past few rounds. It looks to be a B hit. Brokey, though, confident he would be after the previous round, able to find the first here. He will drop away, but it's still 2 on B itself. I think just really lacking, you know, the long presence and trickle play from short. They're walking straight into the crosshairs, fully out of ideas, as we've said a couple times now, and it's overtime again. The crazy Brokey clutch to keep this one alive, despite the Glock ace from NQZ.
It's an information gather.
Got to do something with it, though. Yeah, and there's... Oh, Frozen's chance. bigguzera lives it. And all of a sudden they go, okay, wait a minute, there's like 2 short, maybe spotted a couple actually in towards middle there. They will take down bigguzera, but they get the B control. Eventually. I'm not going down just yet. Waiting to see if there's like an over-aggress coming in. There's also maybe questionably no smoke for the door. So that leaves him in a weird spot. VSM will eventually get it out, but he needed to, step into a lineup, and it's rushed, and it's a mess over here. It's absolutely a mess. It's going to be Snow 1 versus 3, but there's so many smokes for him to work in. He could disappear.
Oh, no.
Double spray down. Does he know where Frozen's at? Flash comes over the top. Frozen taking it heads up against him. 1 HP for both players. Oh my goodness, on the bomb. Frozen trying to hold. Snow will deny. Oh my goodness, 1 HP for both players. I don't think I've ever seen that. I think it was right in that corner.
That's it.
Unbelievable. Either way, not going to have too much of a negative effect here. First time, maybe ever, we've seen paiN hit long, by the way. Frozen will find Snow. Some man advantage FaZe now.
Revenge for the previous round. Riot, he's actually quite far ahead of this. He goes ahead of the smoke. Honestly, 1-for-1's not bad there. I really thought he'd just die for nothing. Something, but same can't be said for VSM. Twist up on high. Top side of that smoke on the burst will work favorably. bigazera will cross, but if the 2 versus 4 is not an easy one, make that 1. All on the IGL. bigazera's got no chance in this one. It doesn't have really the time to work with either. And on the jump across, Jacob sees him over. It's tied again. 13 apiece.
They really do not like going long, though. They went out, they sat there for about a minute, they failed a smoke. Also, the cross smoke was bad. Maybe that's it. Maybe they don't know a cross smoke lineup. One guy failed it, the second guy managed to get it in the general area. But yeah, really quite messy, I think. Tag lands onto Jacob. Carrigan tagged up. Brokey with a missed shot. Twist will take down Pryor Jr. in at long. Some pretty good looking moments here for paiN, to be honest with you. A lot of damage done.
This is quick.
Thought Twist was going to send it. He gets flashed out, though. He's thinking about it. He really wants to get aggressive into this. They're going to look B again. Seems to be more of a favorite for paiN. Break coming in on the smoke, charging in, throwing caution. Absolutely to the wind. Why? Plenty of time. There was no need to go for it. They broke the smoke to try and rush through, but it was just bad. They don't know what they're doing, man. They don't know what they're doing.
There's no game plan on this T side, unfortunately, for paiN. It's so... Can I keep it loose? The snake could actually deal it. It looked pretty good, but it deals like next to no damage. NQC, he's crossed. I don't think Snow's going to get the same luxury. Got to be dead to rights, and that's just a slip of the net there. And from behind, seeing off only the 1 casualty. It's a good half from FaZe. It's very worrying from paiN. Kits on 3 out of the 5. It's VSM and NQC you don't carry one.
They're just lobbing the molly with like hardly any presence. Flash comes in. That'll confirm for Snow that there's not really anybody around. 30 seconds and we are starfished everywhere here on the T side of things. Jacob going to get bigazera trying to pull off the aggression though. 5 versus 3. 20 seconds, man. But they just have control of nothing, awareness of nothing once again. paiN being picked apart in the OT.
Yeah, this is a clinic by FaZe. This is a map 3 brewing for sure. 15 gets punched in with that C4 going down. VSM and NQZ, nothing these two can do. They'll shell up and save, but this one's done. We're going to be heading towards this Mirage. I'm certain of it now. And Brokey wants to make sure of it. Lovely find by him and by Jacob. The 2 players who've been consistently great all the way throughout this Dust 2. And to the point where they're so confident now in what's getting thrown at them. Nothing's really catching them astray. Nothing that paiN is throwing at them is catching them off guard. It's a little bit more like it for FaZe. It was a slow end to that first half, which worried us, but since then, mostly one-way traffic. Look at this.
bigazera to win out the first. Pryor Jr. left alone on B, though. Is that going to be to the detriment here? Twist able to line some nades up from this boost box position. Great to see, kind of comical in a sense that he's just, fending off the bullets. An advantage for the CT side. They're going to send VSM flying in. He's not able to find anything. However, bigazera on the other side of the same smoke. Bit more success for him. Head still rolling, but bigazera is still alive over at this car. It's into the 1 versus 1 now. Brokey looking to close it out here and now, and he will get it done. It's a 3rd map going to be required. Another overtime. absolutely wild, but paiN just running out of ideas. Snow. Waiting, as is Frozen. Who's going to go wide first? It will be Frozen, and he wins out the fight. Could be a pretty big one, to be honest with you. The bomb deciding on what it wants to do, and it will actually join where there's already been blood spilled. Bomb plant. The next goal as they maybe try and get out the palace here. I don't know, the setup for the CT side is pretty unorthodox. They're ready for something in towards ramp, maybe a footstep heard, or maybe just making sense. Frozen can't get the kill, but he confirms the location of these Julies. You do have to be careful of them now. Bomb going to go down. In this 4-on-3 situation, it's definitely not secure just yet.
You see, given the luxury of a reload. Nice shot as well from paiN. Here's the steps on a second. And he'll hit the shot as well. He gets the support of VSM to clothesline Brokey. And it's now all on karrigan. What a recovery from paiN. How have they actually ended up walking away with that round? The opening double go the way of FaZe off the back of Frozen.
Well, we're going to find out. paiN looking really clean thus far. And if it continues, it could be a quick third map.
Yeah, you're spot on. Early util towards mid. paiN doesn't want to take a fight, but it works favorably for FaZe. Twists and Jacob trade positively for the T side to take mid control. Start this round off in a 4 versus 3. There's nobody B. paiN has relinquished this control. FaZe about to walk into a Baron bomb site. paiN might get a move in under, though.
I don't think they heard the crunch, so he could get some ridiculous timing. Obviously going to hear them bursting forwards, and I think he's missed the window, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he has as well.
Maybe if a player peeks out, though, this will get them interested. The rotation's now coming around. paiN in a good spot. Can he get the next? Oh, yes, he can. That's so clean on the left eye as well.
8-0.
So clean. He looks set to continue. Can he make it? 10 is maybe what he's saying in the back of his mind here. Meanwhile, the teammate's going to look to join him. Lots and lots of utility available, actually. NQZ looking to place this well, clear out some angles. They're all very split is the problem, so you're going to have to win some one-on-ones. So far, so good. karrigan doesn't quite know where this player is, but he does get the info late. Cannot make it happen. NQZ takes him down. And it's a 50-50 crunch situation going the way of paiN. paiN Jr. What a savior.
Yeah, NQZ sees off the round, but the praise has to go to paiN.
Smoker jungle, but it's quite a wide smoke, as it were. And then some utility to force them into difficult spots. They'll get smoked off at ramp. NQZ is just begging them to come pushing this smoke. Not going to be the case. It's more Palace where the main move comes in. NQZ drops his position and therefore can't stop them rolling forwards. But it's Big Uzera with an open channel here, looking to find a multi-frag moment. He will. 3 for him. The rest of the team able to work around him. And again, a super clean round. So just one round so far that has felt like a contest, felt like a potential FaZe round.
Don't allow them any opportunity. A lot of retake utility scattered in towards the spawn. A dive in towards short by VSM on the edge of that smoke. Wasn't the first, but a quick trade by Brokey keeps the numbers level. But it's good information gathered by VSM nonetheless. Oh, that's a missed, labored spray by Jacob. Down he goes. Same can't be said for Frozen. Nice find.
More required on this contact move if he is to make his believe in the round. paiN Jr. mollied forwards. You know he's there. They will take the fight cleanly against him as well. Big Uzera bested. It's not even Frozen that's required. It's the fast approach towards connector that makes the difference. A little back of the heel spot, but NQZ trying to find an easier fight. Takes the bomb planter. Flash over the top. They're giving him full respect here. No real reface coming in. He knows there's one at Tetris. It's this other player he's not quite sure of.
Get out.
Frozen's done well there to just eliminate the fight completely. Force NQZ further and further and further away from that bomb. Can he get this kill at ramp? And then he's got a real brief window to get the next. karrigan not actually watching him. Lets him cross in. Tap onto the bomb. karrigan, though, playing this pretty well. Takes it slow and makes sure to find that frag.
Yeah, counts down at his head well, karrigan there. Just making sure.
Just letting the action come to them a bit more. FaZe going to make plenty of noise in towards middle here. Got that smoke set up to seemingly go up short. They have other ideas with Frozen again finding space at ramp. Eliminates Big Uzera. The move up connector now looks pretty confident. Yeah. Shots landing. VSM. Good for one. Oh, does get taken down eventually. The team's fallen down around him though. It's not looking likely. paiN Jr. eliminates a couple. Wait a minute. Might give this a look. There's cash available. They'll definitely be buying into the next round, so why not give it a try? There is an AWP available there for him to pick up if he wants. And he's kind of thinking about that, I think, with no kill coming in here. He's like, there is an AWP there, there is an AWP there. Just going to drop away. Second round for FaZe. Yeah, Frozen can't be up to his usual shenanigans. Smoke is going to dissipate here, though. Oh, flash comes in. It's not good enough. Frozen, really the master of ramp at the moment. Despite what they throw at him, he is still able to get that opening kill. That all-important kill, potentially. Another burst up connector. Jacob already in a good spot. Trades come thick and fast. The AWP locked in over at the toll booth, left incredibly low. Molly surely has to find him. However, it does burst a little awkwardly. He still gets taken down. FaZe looking really good. Great move from them, and it's that C word, that conditioning. Frozen using it to perfection. Knows that ramp is just the most obvious patch for paiN, and he plays it brilliantly.
Yeah. I love the little pause call made as well. Especially after that second smoke that's thrown by Snow. Very easy in spots like that for teams to sort of cancel and look elsewhere, but they hold and wait and catch them napping. paiN with the AWP. Catch one, looking for a second. He'll take a tag. He's be very fortunate to stay alive at the end here. More than able to see him off. Brokey trying to barrel down his position and a drive-by PT50. Well, nothing saved, nothing gained for paiN.
Free smoke of the window. Try and feign some mid presence, and you see Twist here making a move by himself, having a rough one. 2 and 8, and well, not quick enough. NQZ flicks up to take him down. Meanwhile, the B hit coming in here. They were hoping Twist would be enough of a distraction. Is that going to be the case? It seems. Maybe not. paiN Jr. still over at Get Right, able to hold for one, looking for a bit more. He runs out of ammo, but so well placed there. Meanwhile, rotation's going to start rolling in. Bomb does go down. Molotov forces Frozen out into the open. Brokey can't pull off one of those crazy clutches. It will be paiN back on the board after a little brief hiatus.
Yeah, it looked like he actually somehow stays alive longer than he probably should have there, Brokey, at that end, but the one kill to find.
One of the big things paiN have maybe changed up is that they're just not looking at mid at all. Really nice adjustment from them here as well, in the fact that FaZe have loved going for these connector bursts, and well, they've got a man in the con. They've also got 4 on A ready to go at a moment's notice. Frozen dealt with, goodness gracious, a clinic in on the A bomb site, and so well read that FaZe would go back to their tried and true A hits. Can I get an AK? You know, I don't think anyone's necessarily brave enough to ask.
We've had 8-4 in all 4 of our regulation halves so far. So I think it's just in the air today. I think maybe this is the 4th for FaZe.
I think it might break the trend. paiN Jr.
One DK from Jacob will stop it. Just you wait.
Lives for now. Teammate coming in.
Oh.
He's able to take the first. Looking for a little more here. And, well, we've got VSM spraying down. The AWP just kind of needs to stay alive at this point. NQZ comes in with his AWP. Carrigan, good for 1, but that is all. It's going to be down to Brokey. Up against 4. Does not happen.
Trend
the
broken.
trend is broken. The smell of 9-3.
We'll wait and see. They're going to dive in towards the B side. Only one man to meet them. It's the IGL. It's Carrigan, who's there to try and hold down the fort. He has a bit of support from short, but he's got to hit at least a couple of these shots. Frozen will find one through the smoke, but backside, down goes Carrigan. Frozen answers with another through that smoke as they're still causing problems, but it's a 3 versus 3, and the bomb goes down, and a triple rotate through that short smoke as they dive on through. This could be a bloodbath, but Frozen puts up another on the board. The PT50 not cleared. It's all on Big Azera to bail them out here. A 1 versus 2, and he can't get anything. FaZe just about start well.
Yeah, that is close. 1 or 2 more well-placed bullets, right? Couple low players, etc. A buy from paiN. They get the bomb down. NQZ having an AK dropped across. He's got a full belt of utility as well. At the sacrifice of VSM. But it might have been Prior, actually. There's 2 players without armor and 2 AKs indeed. Snow making 1 work.
Might drop
really
it over
could
now.
go either way. No flashes, no kit is kind of the big thing when you're looking at a retake here. Smoke will go down to slow them though. I do like that smoke usage, pretty clever. Can they work around it here on the T side of things? Well, the answer is yes. It's Prior Jr. on the deagle to find 2, but a flurry of frags. It's VSM in all the carnage to find that all-important kill.
Mog them, my king. Mog them. Happens to the best of us, but not for VSM. What a round from him. A dive in towards ramp, potentially around this corner. No. He fumbles a chance there, and actually Jacob's 5-7 going to deliver on one himself. These force bite rounds can be precarious if not played properly, and bigazera does receive a little dink, a love tap from short.
The key thing is it's the bomb that gets dropped.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of info for the CT side. They're doing well here. I like the fact that, you know, man advantage plus a dink. Actually not going to try and hold the bomb. So paiN are going to get that back, but can they actually do anything with it, I suppose? Is the question. Anyone going to pick up the bomb? DSM maybe in a moment. bigazera, good timing find from him onto Carrigan.
B's open.
Oh, the flash comes in. VSM.
Unnecessary.
Huh. I feel like he had a really good angle there to, you know, spot and do some damage before they peeked into him. But I think he's maybe on the level of like, look at me! You know, like trying to distract away from this B play that's going on right now.
bigazera is actually in a pretty decent spot though. Bomb planted. bigazera up close. He's going to be really caught by this flash. He should be dead to rights, but a response of a flash on the T side. Pariah will keep him in the conversation. A little swift backflip, but it's FaZe who recover off the back of twists for 2. Yeah, it's a wrong read of that situation for sure.
And I think it's the AK they end up using.
No, it is.
To get the kills in the end. So
it's the red and white one. I forget its name now.
Daisy.
Snow. Nice swing, nice find. Instant response. Brokey at a fantastic map number 2 is nowhere to be seen really here. He started, I think it was 0-6 for him, and it's not really got much better. Snow will swing back in. NQC for 2 in quick succession. Oh, the force buy wars are very prevalent here, it seems. It's Carrigan left in a 1 versus 3. Oh, he's having a nap.
Yeah.
Me.
Kind of valid. Oh, screenshot.
Just saving that one. Like that image. That's the
me when CTs are saving or whatever, you know, I'm dead.
That's the new background for the PC. Will he get a gun? I don't know what guns are potentially even here. Oh yes, well he gets it at the worst possible time. Nade over. Now costing his life. NQZ actually a really good round from him. The 2 quick kills and top mid are fantastic, and he seals the deal with the deagle at the end. Nice work by paiN. They are so close to the finish line now.
The slow-mo is crazy. Be able to come back from. It's a lot to ask of any team. Once in a blue moon, this happens. Once in a blue moon, FaZe are making headlines. However, NQZ, other ideas. It's VSM to help him out there. 2 remain for FaZe.
I think, yeah, spot on. The remaining 2. It's Frozen, it's Brokey, who both looked good in towards the previous map, but Brokey's tailed off here in Mirage, and Frozen's at his moments, but it's a long rotate over for him. One will go down. Brokey can't deny. He will get one. He does deny. The spam will find the head of Snow. It still shouldn't cause too much of a ruckus. bigazera will go towards CT, but Frozen's up close here as well. A swing and a find. 2 versus 3. Maybe some legs behind this. Just don't fall asleep just yet. NQZ though, his AWP rings off for 1. And a miss spray seals the deal by VSM. They may have squandered the chance in map number 2, but paiN, that is a clinic on Mirage. And they send FaZe down to the 0-2 bracket.